Where are brothers and sisters from Afghanistan right now? The Christian Afghans, where are they right now? Have you taken a moment to think about them? Maybe at least once a day or two times a day? Where are all those Christians who were in Afghanistan now? Where are they? You can imagine that. Remember what Paul said in Galatians 6:2. He said that we need to bear burden to one another. And when we're doing that, we're getting blessing. Most of us Christians are staying away from loving each other. Love has been faded. And the one thing that I want to tell you is that the common name of Christ the Lord is love. That is his name. His name is love. Without love, he couldn't descend in this world just to save me, who I'm nobody, I'm nothing. And today, we're struggling with so many distractions in this world, and we're staying far from God. The family time. We spend too much time watching the TVs, watching the most famous news channels, and we forgot the time to sit with as a family and pray for other people who are here and there. I'm gonna give you a tip that I do with my family. In my family, we like sitting every night. We will share the Bible around the table. One will be today, the other on tomorrow. And then when we're done, we're gonna pray, and we will pray for people who have burden, who have a lot of things, like those people who are in Afghanistan, the Christians who are in Afghanistan. You can imagine how much fear now they have. Their parent, the mother, the husband, the children. We can't talk all this and name them. Those group are now where are they now? Let's keep praying for them. I know God loves them, but by praying for them, God see more the attention that how much burden we have for them. Not only God is gonna rescue them, but also He'll bless us. And this is what has been missing. We're now fighting with a lot of things that the devil is setting here and there. You guys know that. I can't name the ones that are overwhelming, which include the babies in the womb, which include the marriage that is not a biblical defined. All those today is because we've been staying far from God. That's why we've been seeing all this. And we've been seeing, even in some countries or in many places, people don't talk about it using a biblical verse. The Bible said in the commandment that was given to Moses, and that's what was given to us as well, was it's well defined that you shall not kill. And God said that I knew you since you were in the womb of your mother. He didn't say that I knew you since you were in your crib to define that you are a baby. He didn't say that I knew you since you were born in the hospital in maternity. He said since you were in the womb of your mother. And that is the creation. So today Christian leaders, they don't talk about that because they're afraid. Maybe someone will be mad and go. Maybe the other one will not say, I don't like that. And today, even for the marriage, there even a mother who doesn't want to hurt her son or who doesn't hurt her daughter, and they decide, no, I don't want to go to that church because they talk about this. And the leader said, oh, we're not going to tackle that point. Why? We need to talk about that and to be bold, like Paul asked us to be bold. And he said himself and say, be imitators of Christ. What being imitators of Christ means? Keeping quiet, shy, tolerant. Are those stuff that were characterized Christ? We all know that Christ, how he behaved, we can read that, how he was teaching. And Paul say we have this material, we have these guidelines, and when we don't want to use the guidelines, which is the Bible, it's even a spiritual guideline. When we don't want to use it, then we choose another way to live, and that's where the problem is coming. Hey, you may have an immigrant, you may be an immigrant, or you might have an immigrant friend. Next video, I want to talk a little bit about immigrant, how we are trapped when we come in this country, how we are trapped with emotion, how we were trapped with the so-called famous channels, and then they took our mind and they brainwash us ourselves. I'm gonna tell you that in the next video. And if you're not an immigrant, I know you have a neighbor who might be an immigrant nowadays. I will recommend that you just click subscribe here, and click the notification bell. When I will upload that video, you will see it and you will share it with an immigrant if you're not an immigrant. I want to talk a little bit about that, how when we come in this country we're trapped, and that's why we live a life of confusion in this country of opportunity, this blessed great nation where we could be living a spiritual life, but sometimes because of being confused, because of being brainwashed, we live a life that is full of darkness and full of confusion. And tomorrow you find your daughter he's going to get abortion. Tomorrow you find your daughter she's thinking that I'm gonna marry another girl. All those confusion because you come here. I'll talk more about that, but today I wanted specifically to talk about love, especially loving those who are in a dangerous place, those who are caught up in fear today. And I'm thinking mostly people who are in Afghanistan. That's why I ask you especially people who are I don't want to use the word conservative, but I want to use the tradition. People who think more about tradition. And when I'm talking about the Christian tradition, I'm talking about the Christian tradition. Take a moment and think about those brothers and sisters who are in Afghanistan. Take 1 minute and say, dear Lord, I know that you are watching this. I'm just beseeching you to bring joy in them, to bring hope in them, by knocking in their heart, by telling them to do not be distracted, and rather watch on me. Don't let fear dominate your life. We can do that. We can do that. And when we are doing that as a family, God bless everyone. And those kids, young people, I want to talk about that too, about the young people, how we traditionalists, not emotionalists, we traditionalists, how we sing a young generation taking another path. It starts in our house. There's something that caused them to go there, and that I will tell you about that in the other videos, because my videos here will involve more. I called my daughter called this channel Hamburger Hunter, so you will see us going in many places with hunting for a hamburger, but that's just for a family things. I'm telling you that my video will involve more on telling you who are there. You call yourself a patriot, you call yourself Christian, you call yourself conservative, you call yourself a Republican, but what do you do? What do you do is the most important, more than what you talk and what you think you are. We need to be doers more than being the just people who are talking. We need to be doers, and one of being doers is to rely on the Bible. To rely on the Bible. The Bible has everything that we need. One time I told one of the friends, I said, hey, I felt Jesus was a conservative, and I was proud to say that, because the way he wanted to guard the tradition. He wanted to keep a spiritual and I would say godly tradition. People didn't like that, but did he give up? No, he didn't give up. And that's why Paul repeated the same thing and say, be imitators of Christ. Hey, you call yourself patriot, who you call yourself Republican, you call yourself whatever you call yourself, Green Party follower, or sorry, Tea Party follower, or you call yourself conservative. I just want to tell you that it's not enough to have a name or to have a label. It will be enough if we are doer of those. And the being a doer of those is to feel it, to believe it, and not be taken by an emotion, by starting with in our family. Family is the foundation of everything, the first institution that God has established in the world. Until next time, click this subscribe button here and then the notification bell, don't forget. Until next time, the next video will be about we immigrants, how we arrive here and how we caught up with the so-called emotionalist, or we caught up with the so-called famous news channel. Until next time, may the Lord bless you.